Being a Marine is something that I'll always be proud of. If it wasn't for all us volunteers, because that's all we are, we're volunteers. Nobody makes us sign these contracts and fulfill these, missions that we do. We do it because that's what we signed up for, because we wanted to make a difference. I wanted to have something for myself. I wanted to have something for me. I wanted to have a life that included drive, and that included a future, and that would lock me in, to having something. Within a year of my signing up, I signed up in September 16th, 2007, and in October of 2008, I was deploying to Iraq. We were 19 years old, we were babies in Iraq, It was scary. You hear, right? As soon as you hear that, you're like, oh God, something's about to pop. And the first day we actually got on our first base, we got bombed. We've had, rocks thrown at us. We've been shot at, direct, indirect. At one point, I didn't know if I was going to make it home. I myself have fell to some low points and attempted suicide. And back in 2012, I had my first attempt. It was my dad. My dad shot himself, and that was hard for me. Because it was the same time one of my other buddies shot themselves too. I started drinking real bad, and I wouldn't really come out. Like I was just a snail in a shell. And at 8 months, I just crumbled. My second time, I was in my house, it was night. I was just ready to go. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm ready to go. And I had a razor in my hand, and I slit my wrist. Then the next thing you know, I'm sitting in my chair and I'm bleeding out. The whole night shift was at the house, Sandersville Police Department, and I thank them every day for making their efforts that they did. They saved my life. I'm one of them that I failed a bunch of times, but I picked myself back up, and I'm on my medicine. I'm seeking constant care, and it's hard too, because you want to be normal, but you're not. You're just not normal. There's no way you'll ever be normal again after all this. Like, if I didn't have these kids, I'd be in the house all day doing nothing. I have 4 dogs and 3 kids, and they keep my life going along with my wife, and if I didn't have them, that's what helps me get through. That's what helps me tackle things in life. That's what gives me drive, is them. I'm thankful that I'm alive every day. We were fixing to not be able to have a place to stay because my benefits had stopped, and we're scared. We got 3 kids and a dog, and what are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go? Mission United ended up getting my rent paid, and that took all that anxiety and fear out of having to lose everything all over again, and it was a blessing. It means the world to me. It definitely shows hope in the most unseen of places. Mission United will always stand in my heart as something that is very, very special to me, and they're not just a slogan or a sign or organization. They help people. They help people in need. They've helped me in need. I'm a veteran, and I really needed it. And we, through many conversations and many emails and faxes back and forth to each other, we made a miracle happen. And I'm forever indebted to that. I'll never forget that. If you're a veteran dealing with suicide right now, know that you're not the only one that thinks that it's hard. It's hard, but you are loved and you are cared for, and you've done a service to this country that can never be forgotten, and you should have pride in that. Know that that means something, not just, it may not mean anything to you, but it means a lot to others, and others are willing to give up their time and their effort to try to help you if you put your hand out and ask, not just for a handout, but a hand up.